A tech giant may be going back to the drawing board before releasing its wearable computer. Alan Martin is here to show us what's happening with Google Glass at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Google Glass?
It's still out there, but you know what? Sales of Glass stop at the end of this month. Today, the Wall Street Journal calls the Google Glass project troubled. The BBC says Google Glass sales halted. But before anybody tries to drive the final nail into the wearable computer's coffin, here's how Google sees it.
Google has always preferred to see its glass half full.
The fact that you could build such a thing was crazy when we thought about it a couple years ago.
That was Sergey Brin when Google launched Glass in mid-2012. But today, when tech blogs and websites reported the Google Explorer testing program was ending, some saw the glass as half empty. The glass was done. Not true, according to CNET's Rich Nieva.
The project is actually coming out on its own.
Meaning Google Glass will move out of the Google X Research Lab and will fall under the leadership of hardware guru Tony Fadell. Fadell used to be with Apple. Since then, he started Nest Labs, which makes smart thermostats. Google bought Nest last year for $3.2 billion.
He oversaw the first versions of Apple's iPod, and he's had great success with Nest.
Critics of Google Glass point out not all has gone smoothly for a product sometimes seen as less tech and more geek, fodder for Silicon Valley backlash. In San Francisco last year, Glass explorer Sarah Slocum was attacked in a bar when she began videotaping without permission.
Cameras are everywhere. This is the 21st century, and this is just a part of the future. Obviously, people are having a hard time adapting to it and accepting it.
Then there's the Google barge fiasco. In October of 2013, KPIX5 revealed Google's big secret project at Treasure Island was going to be a floating showroom primarily for marketing Google Glass. 4 months later, unable to attain the necessary permits for it, Google towed the barge to Stockton, where it's essentially been abandoned.
And there it floats. Despite the setbacks, analysts still seem to think that Glass will be launched as a consumer product sometime this year, but they also feel it needs to come down in price. $1,500? No. $400 to $500 before most people will actually consider buying it.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think price was a problem with it initially, and also that sort of social
Are you
backlash.
recording me?
It's
right.
just weird,
That was that backlash.
too.
When you go into places now, it says no photographs
Right.
sometimes, and I
Meaning
think
your
it's
phone
resulted.
or that or
Yeah. People didn't dig it.
Nope.
All right, Al. Thanks.
Thanks, Alan.